Yo, what's up? Yo, yo, yo. Fears, audience, fears. What is going on, guys? I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Fears is doing. I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. A little tired, and had a little bit of drama today, but not too much. Not too much. Anyway, welcome. But besides that, it's been an okay day. It's been a pretty good day. It's been more of a chill day. I pretty much got up. I ran on the treadmill for like 35 minutes. Went to the pool a little bit. The sun was out a little bit today, and then all of a sudden, around 3 or 4, tons of clouds, tons of gray clouds. It hasn't rained yet, but by the look of those clouds out there, it probably will rain tonight. If it doesn't, I'll be astounded because there's a lot of gray clouds out there. So anyway, after I got done at the pool, I've almost got me and LC's hangout all edited. That's another one of the projects that I need to get done out of the endless projects. I've got so many projects on my belt to do, so that's just one of them. So I've almost got that edited, so I'm gonna try to upload that sometime tonight or sometime tomorrow. But anyway, so I hope everyone's doing good. Project. We got 2 people watching. Hopefully there'll be more people coming soon. So yeah, I've almost got it all. I've got me and LC's hangout like vlog pretty much almost edited. So like I said, hopefully I can upload that tonight or tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a fun day. Applying for jobs tomorrow and today. Church tomorrow, and then after church, grab some lunch, and then after lunch, I'm gonna go see Halloween Ends, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. I haven't decided what movie theater I'm going to, but we shall see. I'll figure it out tomorrow. I'm gonna check movie times tonight though. Anyway, man, I am so glad for church tomorrow. I really am. Because, 1, I haven't went in a while. 2, with my new job, I was hoping that I could get Sundays and Saturdays off. And I'm surprised that I got Saturdays and Sundays off. So it was a real blessing. And I didn't even have to bring up, at this new job, hey, do you mind if I have Sundays off for church? I was about to, and then I thought, well, I'll just wait. And see what my schedule's like. They gave me my schedule, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. I got Saturdays and Sundays off. I'm like, never mind. I don't have to say anything. So it was really kind of luck of the draw. So let me call Randall and see if he wants to jump in here. So I'm going to call him real quick. I'll be honest, I hate not having stream time, so I mean OBS is cool, but I really do like inviting people in, so yeah. Yo, Pixel, he says the Bunginator. That's true. That is true. Well, I wasn't the Bunginator. I don't even know who was the Bunginator, Pixel. I don't know if we'll ever know who the Bunginator was. Anyway, let me call Randy real quick. Pixel, I hope you're having a good day, buddy. I hope everybody's having a good day. Let's see if Randy wants to come in. He may be busy. I don't know. He may not pick up. I don't know. me 1 second. I don't think he's gonna pick up. Oh well. Well, maybe next time we'll have Randy in. But yeah, no, I'm having an all right day. Like I said, a little bit of drama today, but I'm not gonna let it affect my day. And then I was a little tired today, so I slept in a little bit. But for the most part, everything's been pretty cool, pretty chill today. Like I said, I got up after I slept in a little bit. I was tired, man. I was tired, so I slept in a little bit. Got up around 10:30ish, 11ish. Applied to 2 new jobs, and then and they're pretty good. They're pretty good. So hopefully I can get a second job soon. And then I'm off today and tomorrow, and then back to work on Mondays. And then I got a little pool time in, and I have not been to the pool in a while. It's been a minute. I can't even remember the last time I went to the pool. It was maybe a month or 2 ago, and that's a guess. That's a guess. But I really couldn't tell you the last time I went to the pool. But it was nice. It was nice to catch some rays, hit the hot tub up a little bit, and then I only got to enjoy it for about an hour because, like I said, the gray clouds just came in. They just swooped in, and I looked up and I was like, oh man, all these gray clouds are coming. I was like, it's either going to rain soon or it's going to rain tonight. So I just got back from the pool about I got back at like 4:30, and now it's like 6:40. So it was really sunny today. Got a bunch of sun, but after 4:30ish, like right when I left, tons and tons of clouds. Now there's tons of clouds out there. So yeah, yo, Visions, what's up? He says nice. Yeah, it was pretty nice to go to the pool again. I haven't went in, like I said, a month or 2. Or maybe even longer. I couldn't tell you. It's been a while since Fears has went to the pool. But I got my Halloween shirt on. I don't know if I'm gonna wear this tomorrow or if I'm gonna wear my new one. My black one that I just bought. I don't know. We'll see. After I get done with this stream, I'm gonna finish editing the LC Hangout because I've almost got that all edited. So hopefully you guys will enjoy the vlog of me and LC hanging out. I just filmed a little bit because mostly when I went over there, we did that long live stream. But I did film some behind the scenes, so I'm gonna turn it into a vlog, and it'll be up on Fears Vlogs hopefully in about an hour or 2 after I finish editing. I told you I'm trying to get through the projects as quickly as possible because I uploaded last night. Wait, was it last night? Last night or the night before, I did the Missouri vlog. I thought, well, now I've got, because I was working on 3 projects. I'm working on Sleepaway Camp, the LC Hangout, and the Missouri one. Now that the Missouri one's done, I can focus on the Sleepaway Camp and the LC Hangout. So there it is. So I'm going to try to get the LC Hangout up tonight and finish up Sleepaway Camp as soon as possible. So yeah, so it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good, not too shabby. I wish the sun would have stayed out longer, but I think it's gonna rain. It looks really, 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 really cloudy. But we'll see. Also good news, like I said before, but other people were coming in, so I'll say it again. I was really nervous to ask for Saturdays and Sundays off. If not Saturday, just at least a Sunday, so at least I can go to church. And I thought, well, let's just see what my schedule is. Because I really like this new job. So, way more than the security stuff. Not that I didn't like security. At least in this new job, you go to the same place, you stay at the same place, you talk to the same people, and everyone is really nice. In security, I hated it so much. They would bounce you here, there, everywhere. Some nights, hey, you're going to be doing security at a bank. Hey, in a week, you're going to be at a hotel. Hey, you're going to be at a resort now. Hey, for the next 8 months, you're going to be, in a train yard, which was one of the worst ones. because the train yard had tons of crime around it. And it was ridiculous. And they squeezed me into a tiny little office. But like some places in security was like really nice. So the places that were really nice, like probably the best one I've ever done security at was the one not even in Florida, the one in Missouri at that Verizon call center. I had an office, an air conditioning office. The kitchen was always open. Or like not it wasn't well, it really wasn't a kitchen, it was like a lounge area. And they said whatever we leave out, you can snack on because they said it's just going to go to waste and we don't want to waste it. So sometimes I would bring my my lunch pail. Sometimes I would just go and snack in there. And then on the third or fourth floor, they had a little kitchen. And they came down one day and said, "Look, we know you guys stay overnight at the Verizon call center." So they said, "We have a little coffee station." So they said on the third. It was either the third floor or the fourth floor. And they said, all you have to do is bring your own mug. They said, don't use our mugs. And I said, right on. They said, but you can have as much coffee as you want. They said, we have an endless supply up there. You open up the cupboards, it was just endless coffee. And I was like, oh, this is amazing. So not all the security posts were bad. That one was probably one of my favorites. But I lost that one because I stayed there until I decided to move to Florida. And right before it, they said, "Oh, well, we need someone to stay here, Fears." And I was like, "Oh, I'm going to move to Florida." So they said, "We'll move you to another place." And then they moved me. I worked there for a little bit, and then another part-time job, and then I just decided to quit them all, and then move here. And then 2018 is when I did the flight attendant thing. I was so close. I'm gonna try it again someday. I gotta save up for that because unless they've changed it. The last time I did it, it was 3 weeks of training. So I need to make enough, at least for that 3 weeks, to pay rent whenever I do go off and try that. Yo, Mercenary Man, what's up? He says, pickle eyesight phobias. I don't know what you're on about. Pickle? Well, Pickle is Pixel's nickname. The eyesight phobias, I don't know what the hell you're on about. Are you calling visions eyesight phobias? I don't know. Anyway. So yeah, I was a little nervous to ask for Sundays off, but I'm glad that I waited because I said, I said I'll just wait until I get my schedule, which was it yesterday or the day before? Oh yeah, I worked yesterday. So yeah, yesterday. So I looked at it. I said I'll just wait. I said Fears, before you say anything, just wait. Got my schedule and I looked at it and I was like, oh, okay. Problem solved. I got Saturdays and Sundays off. Sweet. I'm like, now I don't have to say anything. And then the little schedule lady, like she came up to me, she goes, well, she didn't come up to me. She passed by and she heard me go, oh, nice. And then she goes, are you pleased? And I went, I am pleased. And she goes, oh, for a minute you looked a little down. And I said, no. I said, I was just concerned. And then she's like, concerned about what? I said, well, I wanted to wait and look at my schedule. I said, I'm very religious, and I said, the job before this one, they gave me a bunch of crap for, like, asking for Sundays off. And she goes, oh, no, we don't do that here. And I was like, oh, that's good. She goes, we understand people go to church. And she goes, you just lucked out. And I said, yeah. I said, I didn't have to say anything. And she goes, oh, were you going to? I said, if I didn't get Sundays off, I was going to have to say something. But I said, I thought I would wait to see what my schedule. She goes, yeah, sometimes you luck out. And she goes, that's good that you waited. I said, yeah. I said, it all worked out. I said, I'm so glad it worked out. And I've only technically been on the line for one day, which was yesterday. But I like it for a couple reasons. One, the people are super, 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 super nice. Two, this company seems like they actually care about their employees. They really do care. Like, whenever I was going through my orientation, they said, like, if you have to work a holiday, sometimes the managers will bring in food to make it more enjoyable, and they'll like take a break and you guys can eat some food and stuff. They said they recognize people's birthdays, and I was like, oh, that's nice. You know, I'm like, when I used to work at Walmart, they did kind of stuff like that. So, like at the security company, they didn't recognize anything. Sometimes there'd be coffee for you at some security postings. Other times I just brought my own. So, yeah. So, those are two reasons. They seem like they really care. They understand that I'm religious and, you know, I love God and I love Jesus. And there was no problem with that. Plus, I didn't even have to ask. I just lucked out and got Saturdays and Sundays off. The people are nice. The facility is nice. So, all good points. I just wish it was a full-time job. But like Vision said, hopefully I can turn it into a full-time position. Or I'll just apply to a full-time position. So yeah. Yo, pretend stories. It is coming soon. I'm trying to knock them out. I've got so many vlogs and projects. And then my buddy Jeff from the convention was like, Fears, like, you filmed, right? You filmed at Orlando Toy Con. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, is it coming? I said, eventually, Jeff. He's like, well, make sure you don't upload it like 6 months from now. I said, it won't be 6 months. I said, it'll maybe be up in a month. I said, I've got other projects that the fans are dying to see, and I've made them wait forever, and I want to get this up ASAP. And he's like, all right, Feeders. He's like, just don't take 7 months. And I was like, in my mind, I'm like the last Toy Con, the Orlando Toy Con. It was either the last one or the Toylando. I didn't upload it for like 5 or 6 months, and I said, it won't take that long. Trust me. So he was like, all right, man. He's like, I'm just wanting to see. He even said it at the con. So yeah, it's coming, Pretend Stories. It's coming. Vision says, are you upset that Sam spilled the beans? Not really. Not really. I mean, either I would have accidentally said it, or the trolls would have found out somehow, some way. They're really good at finding that stuff out. Even if I wouldn't have said anything, they're really good about finding that stuff out. I just hope they don't do anything to like, I hope they don't do anything to like get Sam fired or get me fired. I don't think they would, but you never know with these idiots, you know? Like, nothing they do surprises me anymore. So, I just hope I can just keep the peace and keep flowing the way they are. And they do their thing, I do my thing. I don't step on any toes. You know, I try to make things as positive as possible. So, but no. I mean, I know Visions, I know Sam didn't mean to do it. Like, Sam told me, he's like, I know, he goes, I noticed on some of your other streams you said, hey, I got a job. So Sam just made an assumption. And I was going to keep it secret for a little while, but I was eventually going to probably tell you guys. Like I said, I just wanted to keep it a secret for a little bit, you know? But I'm being honest, it probably would have came out. I actually, you know, I probably would have slipped and said something. So it's not that big of a deal. Again, I just am in fear of my job. I hope they don't do anything to like, I hope they don't call up and say I'm a terrible person, because I'm not a terrible person. In their eyes, I am, but I'm really not a terrible person, you know? But I told Pixel earlier, no matter what I say, no matter what I do, they pick it apart. I'm the worst, I'm horrible, I'm this, I'm that. Oh my God, Fear said this. No matter what I do, if I made 1 million videos, it's never enough. No matter what I say, they pick it apart. I've watched some idiot trolls, you know, do streams on me, and they'll watch my stuff, and then they just pick apart every single, you know, detail. Every single thing. Like if I said, oh, that person's a nice person, Fears is lying. He thinks that person's not a nice person. So they twist my words around, so it doesn't matter. I'll never win. So I just try to keep the peace, Visions. I really do. Like, they'll always hate me. I'll always hate them. The sooner they, leave this earth, the better, you know? No matter what I say, no matter what I do. So it just is what it is. But I know Sam didn't mean to spill the beans. Sam, Sam's in the same situation. Sam said, hey, I work there too. So, but they really like Sam. And I really like Sam, so I don't think they'll do anything. And ironically, Pixel told me that they love me and Sam's gaming streams. So at least they love something that I do with my friends. Everything else they hate. They hate me. They hate my life. They want to destroy me. But at least they love the gaming stream. So thank God. So I don't think they'll do anything. I hope. Fingers crossed. Sam found the job first. And me and Sam have different roles there. I'm not going to say what role Sam has unless Sam's already told you guys. That's not for me to say. I don't know exactly if he's told you guys what role he's in, but it's not for me to say because it's no one's business but Sam's. So to answer your question, Visions, no, I'm not upset because I know Sam didn't mean to do it. And Sam's a good guy. Sam's a good friend. He's a good guy. Sam always has my back. I'll always have his back. Randy's the same way. Randy's a good friend. He'll always have my back. I'll always have his back. Same thing with my best buddy Eric in Missouri. He was so awesome. About whenever my dad passed away, he said, "Fears, you need a break from all that, planning the funeral and shit." He's like, "Me and Aaron made you dinner. Come on over." And he didn't tell me that he called the rest of all my other guy friends. Like, he called my buddy Jesse. The only one that wasn't there was Trent, Visions, because Trent lives a couple of states away. I'm not going to say what state he lives in, but he lives not super far away from Missouri, but far enough where he couldn't come in. But I received a phone call from Trent and a text saying, "Hey, Fears, I wish I could be there. Eric told me that he's going to get all the guys together and make you dinner." And we pretty much just sat around and he made some of Fears' favorite foods. And we just talked about good times that we've all had together and then good times, with me and my dad. Because all my buddies met my dad. All of my buddies met my dad. So, yeah. So, I know all my friends have my back. And I know all you loyal fans have my back too. And I appreciate every single loyal fan. I appreciate all your guys' support. I appreciate all the prayers, all the blessings. And I'll be honest, I hate talking about the trolls. I hate talking about negative things. So I'm like any other human though. I have good days, I have bad days, and I try to put out the best. It's hard. I try to put out the best content I can. It's hard to please everyone. And I'm sick of trying to please everyone. That's why, I don't remember who I said it to. I'm like, thank God I'm not famous. Whenever I was young, I was like, man, it'd be so cool to be famous, working on movies. Working on movies, yes, would be cool. Being in commercials, working on stuff, not even being in front of the camera, just doing shit behind the scenes, that'd be cool. But when I got older and I found out about paparazzi, oh my God, they're the worst trolls alive. Sneaking into people's houses, taking pictures, sneaking into people's backyards, following them in their cars. You see it on YouTube all the time. No wonder celebrities get mad. I feel for them. Hell, someone almost trampled Tom Hanks's wife. Him and I forgot his wife's name. He's one of my favorite actors, Visions. I love Tom Hanks's work. He's fucking amazing. I would only wish in my wildest epic dreams if I could have a career like Tom Hanks. Great guy. I've never seen this guy get mad, right? He's usually super professional, super nice, but I understand why he got mad. Someone caught him on film yelling at paparazzis because his wife was standing here, he's standing right here, they're walking, and all these other idiots came up with photo cameras and filming, and I guess someone accidentally stood on her toe. Anyway, she stumbled and someone had to catch her or something like that. I can't remember what happened in the video, but he turned around and was like, "Hey, what the hell are you guys doing? Give us some space." I would do the same damn thing. I'd be like, hello, my wife almost fell down because of you idiots. Like, leave us the hell alone. So, like, I love entertaining people, but same thing what Jason said, same thing what you guys said, same thing that Mercenary Man said, same thing with everybody. You know, there's good and bad when you try to entertain people. Some people are going to like your stuff, some people are not going to like your stuff. Same thing if you were an actor. Some people I love all your films. And for every person that says, oh, I love your films, there's going to be 20 million people saying, fuck you, I hate your films, you know? So it's just the good with the bad. So, like I've said a million times, I try to block as many stupid comments. I try to block as many stupid people, and they're not really that smart because they come up with the most hilarious names. As Fears is a red tomato face. That was actually a YouTube channel, and I had to block it. I'm like, I get it. I have sensitive skin. It doesn't even hurt my feelings. I laugh at it every time I see it. I'm like, yeah, I'm short. I'm fat. I get it. I'm short. I'm fat. Like a tomato. I have red, sensitive skin. I got it. It's hilarious. I get it. Not really creative, but hilarious. Anyway, so no, I'm not mad. Visions. Visions says, hang on, let me. Portland Retro Gaming Expo is this weekend, but it's $46 to get in. Fuck that. I'll be honest, Visions, that's not that bad. That's not that bad. 46, not too bad. But now I could see you saying, hey, fuck that, if it was like $90. Then I would be with you. I'd be like, hey, Visions, fuck that. Let's go get some coffee, buddy. Let's go hang out in your garage and make some more prints for your website. And let's go check out those Goonie locations, and then let's just go terrorize the people at the last Blockbuster. That, I'm telling you, Visions, that hangout's going to be great. Those people are going to not know what hit them. Fears is going to walk in there and be like, yo, what the fuck's going on? Last Blockbuster? Let's terrorize the town, brother. No, I probably won't terrorize anybody, but it is fucking cool that one person owns the last fucking Blockbuster live. Hopefully, and I know it's a woman, because she's done interviews on YouTube and people have linked it to me. So yeah. So I know it's a woman that owns it, because whenever Visions or Pixel told me about it, one of my buddies off of Facebook, I don't remember which buddy, was like, Fears, you used to love going to Blockbuster, right? And I was like, yeah. I'm like, me and my family would go all the time. He's like, dude, check out this interview I found out on YouTube. He links it to me. So I know at least, I don't know if there's a few owners, Visions. I know for a fact it's at least a woman that owns it, because she was in the interview saying, oh, I'm the manager, and we found it. We decided to preserve it and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, hell yeah. All right. So like I said, $46, not too bad. And I didn't even know you went to gaming expos, Visions. That's pretty cool. Now, is your girlfriend into like video gaming? I know you are, because you always come to me and Sam's gaming streams, but I've never asked you. Is your lady? I don't even know. That's why I always call her Mrs. Visions, because I don't know your real name and I don't know your girlfriend's real name. Really, it's none of my business what her name is, but I was just curious. Because like Pixel, he's got the most normal name. His real name is the most normal name alive, Michael or Mike. But when I told Pixel this, I said, whenever I hang out with you, it's gonna be weird to be like, hey, Mike, what's up? Because I know him as Pixel. Like, eventually, when I hang out with Visions, it's going to be so weird. Like, if I guarantee you, Visions going to have a normal name like, hey, my name's Joe, my name's Dave, But I'll be like, that's just not epic enough. So I'll probably just call you Visions. I guarantee it. Maybe once in a while, it'll slip out like your real name, Visions, but I'm so used to being, hey, Pixel, what's up? Hey, Visions, what's going on? Hey, Mercenary Man, Or Merce, as Randall sometimes says it. So yeah, all right, but like I said, I would check it out. If anything, Visions, you would get some good times with you and your lady. And I know you don't upload much on your YouTube channel, but that would be something to upload. You could go to the expo, get some cool footage. So I would do it, $46. Take a break from making those prints and shit. Go for it. Again, if it was $90, fuck that noise. No, that's too much. Vision says, Sam said before he didn't want us knowing where he worked, so I didn't expect him to mention it. Oh, well, it'll be fine. I hope so. I hope so. Again, since Sam said something first, I don't think he really minds. Maybe he changed his mind. I don't know. I don't know. But Sam's cool. Sam's cool. Sam's a buddy. I know Sam would not fuck me over. Sam was a good friend, and he always will be. Sam's had my back through thick and thin. He's a really good friend, and Sam's a really good guy. He's a really good guy. Let's see. Pretend Story says, you should do one of those videos to candle in the wind or something. I don't know what you're on about, Pretend Stories. What are you talking about? You should do one of those videos to candle in the wind or something. I have no idea what you're on about. Sorry. You have to give me some more details. Vision says, I support the incels. I don't know what you guys are on about. Incels. You have to explain to me, buddy. You have to explain what's going on. Funny you mentioned Blockbuster. They have a whole mock rental store set up there this year. Oh, at the convention? Nice. Well, if anything, go there. Like, go to the real one, Visions, or go to the mock-up one. Like I said, $46, that's not that bad. Not that bad at all. Because I know you're thinking about going, or you wouldn't have said anything in the chat. You know what I'm saying? So I know you're toying. I know you're hinting at it. I would go. Yeah. I used to have a booth there and have a lot of friends with booths. She used to humor my interest in it. Oh, your girlfriend? Nice. Well, by the tone of that comment, you said she used to humor it. So that means that she no longer humors it, which would tell me that she humored it because you love video games, so she probably doesn't like video games. Which is okay. There's not a lot of girls that like video games. I know to all my female fans out there, no offense, video games are more towards men. There's a lot of like horror games out there, a lot of battle games, there's a lot of shooting games. There's not a lot of games out there for girls. I know there's some girl gamers, which is cool. Nothing against girl gamers, you know? So yeah. I'm kind of wondering what Pretend Stories is talking about. Pretend, before you leave, you have to explain what this candle video is. I'm still trying to figure it out. You should do one of those videos to candle in the wind or something. I'll be honest, I don't know what the hell he's on about. So yeah. Yeah, right. I just lost interest. Oh, you lost interest. Oh, so you guys both lost interest. Okay. I thought the way you were describing it, Visions, was you said she humored my interest in it. So to me, in my brain, I was like, oh, well, Vision still likes me. Well, I guess you haven't lost interest in all of it because you told me you still play video games and you still watch me and Sam's streams. So you must like video games a little bit. You're just saying that you lost interest in the Portland Retro Con Gaming Expo. There it is. So yeah. Well, that's all right. I mean, if you don't want to spend $46, you don't want to spend. I'm just saying, as a guy that's went to a lot of cons, I've went to every con alive. I mean, I've went to like toy cons. I've went to Comic-Con. I went to that horror con. Probably the best con I've ever went to. Trans World Halloween Attractions. 4-day con. Going fucking nuts with tons of horror stuff, Halloween stuff. So a guy that's went to a lot of cons, I'll tell you, that's one of the cheapest cons I've ever been to. Because an expo is usually 3 days or more. I've never went to an expo that's like 2 days. Because most big conventions are 3 days or more. The biggest one I've ever went to was that Halloween one. That was 4 days. It went from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which was awesome. But then when I went to their website a few months ago, they're thinking about doing it either as a 5-day con or a 6-day. I guess they haven't. I guess they haven't decided yet. But man, 6 days, that would be a long ass con. So hopefully they'll do it. But even 4 days is still pretty good. So we shall see. We shall see. But like I said, Visions, if anything, it gives you something to do. You know, if you and your lady aren't doing anything, $46, not too bad. Like I said, and I don't know if you do it like I do it, but any convention I go to, I'm filming away from dusk till dawn, or from dawn till dusk. I am filming every single waking moment, so you'll get some good content, you know. But you only upload every once in a blue moon, which is all right. All right, so we can talk about my topics. We can. I know you guys don't like the topics sometimes. I know you like them sometimes, but whatever you guys want to talk about, let me know. I'm gonna keep going though. So I'm so glad church is tomorrow, because when things get so bad, I always talk to the big guy upstairs, you know? And things are getting better, and I thank him for helping me find a good job. But all the other stuff, it's kind of hard to deal with, like the idiots online, the constant idiots online, that's what they are. That, and then someone told me that they're making fun of my dad dying, which is horrible. That's really bad. I don't know who's doing that. I just heard from a source, and I'm like, wow. I'm like, that's pretty sick. That's pretty disgusting. I wouldn't make fun of any of their family members dying, but apparently it's okay with mine. So that's pretty sick and twisted. And then I'm still dealing with my father's death. I lost one of my best friends, you know? So I don't know if I'll ever be the same, you know? Like, it gets... Pixel and Visions told me it gets easier the more days that go by, but it's so recent, and that's why I've been trying to keep myself busy. Thank God I even have a part-time job, because at least I don't have to think about it as much. So yeah, excuse me for a second. So there's dealing with all that, and then I've been calling my mom and my grandma like at least twice a week. Grandma's feeling better, but she's just flip-flopping back and forth. Like 2 days ago, she was feeling absolutely horrible, but like I called her yesterday, and I talked to my mom today, and my mom's like, actually, she's feeling great today. And I was like, oh, that's good. And they said if she continues to feel great, then they're going to release her from the hospital, and she's going to go home. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So keep praying for me and the rest of my family, but especially for my grandma fears. So I know I can depend on you guys for prayers and blessings and all that good stuff. And for the people that are not religious, just send some good vibes. I appreciate anything. I appreciate it all. So plus, I'm so excited to see my church family tomorrow, because they haven't seen me in... Well, I didn't go last week. But then I was in Missouri for 3.5 weeks, so they probably haven't seen me in about a month and a week, so a month and a half. So they haven't seen me in a month and a half. So, because I just got an email this morning from my church saying, hey, Fears, are you coming back? And I was like, oh, yeah. I said, I'll be there tomorrow. I said, no worries. I said, I just needed some time. I said, I needed some time to myself and with family. And I said, and I needed some time to find a job. And they're like, oh, so you did find a job. I said, not a full-time job, but I said, I'm working on it. And they're like, oh, and then they were like, oh, what are you going to do? And I was like, either I'm going to get a second job, a second part-time job, and just work the 2 jobs and pay my rent. I said, or I'll work a part-time job and find another job that's a full-time job. And if it pays enough, then I'll only work 1 job. I said, but most likely I'll have to probably do 2 jobs. And just probably get some extra money. And they're like, well, we're here for you. They're like, we'll see you tomorrow. And they said, we're having a luncheon. And I was like, is it lunch or a lunch-in? They're different. A lunch is like when they go full-blown nuts and there's tons of food there. A luncheon's like when they have something real little at church, like they'll have like a soup and salad. And I said, I just want to know. I said, because I've got stuff to do after church. I said, I'm going to eat lunch and go see a movie. And they're like, oh, no, it's just a little luncheon. I said, all right. I said, well, I may have a little something there, and then I'll probably eat something at the theater. So, yeah. So, yeah. Vision said, I noticed in your Missouri vlog, you were having a birthday party. Yeah, that was for my my uncle. My uncle Jim had a birthday. And yeah, my mom didn't look too happy. Because that was, I think that was like 2 or 3 days, Visions, after the funeral. So it's gonna take my mom a while. Just like me. So, but we still wanted to celebrate my uncle's birthday. Like life has to continue on, and uh, that's what my dad would have wanted. My dad was the type of person like, just be strong, and my dad would be like, don't worry about me, focus on your life. My dad was always worried about me and my brother and my mom. So yeah, but my mom sent me some recent pictures of Enzo, so he looks amazing, wagging his little tail. So I'll probably post some more Enzo photos on my Instagram here soon, because I've uploaded some of him, but not all. But I still got some pictures that I took on my phone, and then some pictures that my mom sent me on my phone. So I'll probably upload those soon, because he's always a happy little guy. Vision says, understandable, life goes on. Life does go on, but, I'm sure going to miss him. He was a great guy. And the way my mom and my dad met is such a cool, like, fairy tale. Like, people don't meet each other like that anymore. I wish. Most people, like, meet either through a friend or on dating sites or, whatever. So, yeah. So, I think it's so cool that my mom and dad just bumped into each other. And my dad was out with his army friends, and then my mom was out with her girlfriends. And my dad looked over at his buddies and was like, yeah, screw you guys. He goes, I'm going to go over there and talk to her. And they're like, what are you talking about, John? Like we came out to party. And he's like, look, I see you guys every day. He goes, I'll see you, in the barracks every day. He goes, I would be a fool not to go over there and talk to that beautiful lady. So thank God my dad walked over there, at the discotheque. Fucking discotheque. That's what they were called back in the day. So technically it was like a bar. But back in the 70s it was like, oh yeah, man. Radical. Fucking radical, bro. Discotheque. Saw my mom across the way. Went over there. My mom was like, ooh, Mr. Fears. They started chatting away. And there it is, Visions. The bond. Whew. And then I can't remember if my mom said it or my dad said it, like, I don't want the night to end. And so my dad went back to his hotel, and my mom went back to the hotel, and there was a little, like, restaurant / coffee shop bar, like, in the middle of the hotel. And I guess it was, like, a 24-hour thing, because they pretty much stayed up for, like, 24 hours and just sat in that restaurant after the discotheque and just sipped coffee and ate some food and just talked, like, all night. And I'm like, that's fucking cool, And then I think they spent like 3 or 4 more days together, and then my dad's like, well, he goes, my training's done. I gotta go back to America, And then my mom's like, yeah, my vacation's almost up too. And my dad's like, well, what do we do? And back then there was no texting, no cell phones. All they had was phone numbers on the cord phones, and then they had their address. So my dad's like, well, here's my telephone number, here's my address. They wrote letters for a year. And then the next year, my dad's like, hey, I get to travel more, and I get to do some more of my military training, but I get to pick wherever I want in Europe. So he picked England. And so every day after he would get off of work, and after my mom would get off of work, they just hung out like every day. And then they got married, I think, that following year. And my grandma Fears and my grandpa Fears came over to England and met all their parents, and then she came over here to meet them. And then back then you had to get married in her country and in America. Now you only need one marriage license, but I think back then, I don't know why, you needed 2. So they did like a big extravagant wedding in England, and then they had like 0 to no money. So my mom said, your grandma baked our cake. He goes, I used your dad's sister, my Aunt Donna, I used her wedding dress. And I was like, really? And the same church that we had my dad's funeral in is the same church my dad got married in. So that's the story of how my mom and dad got together. And then a couple years later, I came, and then a few more years later, my brother came. So there it is. So isn't that nuts? If they never would have bumped into each other at that discotheque, like some Marty McFly shit, right? Fears would never be a reality. Oh man, craziness. Bond tactical soap rocks. Visions, I don't know what the fuck you're on about. You guys are talking about tactical soap and fucking like candlelight fucking videos, whatever the hell Pretend Stories was on about. You guys say some weird shit sometimes, but you guys are hilarious. Bond tactical soap. That's just weird. I don't know. Anyway, let's continue on. So, I can't wait for church. It's going to be good to see my church family tomorrow. I just wanted to do a real cool, chill vlog today. See how you guys are doing. See what you guys are up to. Things are all right. Things are going okay. But yeah. Candle in the wind. I don't know what that means, Pretend Stories. I don't understand what type of video is that. If that's a new trend, I don't know. I don't know what you're on about. Anyway, let's continue on. So I got to watch some Star Trek today. Ooh, oh yeah. I haven't watched Star Trek in a minute. It's been a while. It's been a minute. So I've been rewatching the old ones, the classics. There's some good. I'll be honest. I don't like all of the old ones. Some of the old ones are like, they just drag the story on and on and on and on. But some of them are really good. Like the one of my favorites is when they time travel like back to the 60s, because they filmed it in the 60s. So they time travel back to the 60s, and they're like on some Air Force base, and they have to like retrieve like some stuff. That's one of my favorites. Another one of my favorites is when they go to this planet, and I guess like a human descendant like crash landed there. And one of his favorite books was like about like 1920 gangsters, and he either ends up dying on the planet or the inhabitants kill him. And then when Captain Kirk and Spock and the rest of their crew are like, they've never entered this region of space, they find this planet. They're like, oh, let's go down there and check it out. When they get down there, the inhabitants have recreated like 1920 and recreated like 1920 streets and the clothes and the machine guns and all that, all because of this book. And they consider like that book like to be the Bible. And then Captain Kirk has to like tell them like, hey, the 20s are over. The 20s were ages ago, because it's the 23rd century, and human beings don't live like this anymore, and gangsters are a thing of the past, or at least that version of gangsters are a thing of the past. I'm sure gangsters today still exist, but not that version. That's a good episode. That's a really good episode. But I haven't watched them all yet. I'm in season 2 of the original. So far, those are the only 2 episodes I like. All the other ones they're all right. They're okay. Exhume, very good question, Mercenary Man. Again, it's none of our business, but now I'm curious. He says, Exhume Visions, were you wearing Bond when you hooked up with your girlfriend? Wow. Oh, lordy. Lordy. See, Visions could be a jerk, though, Mercenary Man, and say, maybe I was, maybe I wasn't, you know? Like, you'll never know, Mercenary Man. It's none of your business, you son of a bitch. Actually, it's none of our business, you know? But I have heard good things about Mrs. Visions, because I don't know her name, so I always just call her Mrs. Visions. I've heard good things. So it seems like Visions and Mrs. Visions are going to work out. I'm telling you, Visions doesn't agree with me on this. If she's a cool chick, you need to throw that ring on, buddy. But he's like, Fears, he goes, I'll probably stay with her, but never put a ring on it. I was like, dude, I'm your friend. I care about you, man. Throw a ring on that finger, man. You know? Unless she doesn't care about that shit. Most girls care about that. I'm not saying every girl, but most girls care about that. But anyway, to each their own. Pretend Story says you were comparing the paparazzis to trolls and was thinking you could do a biopic. Wait, you could do a biopic of the hardships of your celebrity life and play that in the background. No, I never said that. I just was comparing paparazzis and trolls. They go hand in hand. Very hand in hand. I never said I would make a movie about it, though. I'm just saying I'm so glad that, like, in one way, I'm glad that I don't have millions and millions of subs like Roman Atwood and Casey Neistat. Like I said, the more subs you have, the more bullshit you have to deal with. So yeah, it's just one of those things. But in the back of my head, I'd be like, man, the more subs you do have, the more cool things you get to do. Like, sponsors call Casey all the time, and you always see him making videos. He'll be like, this video is sponsored by such and such. They'll give him free stuff. They'll be, hey, Casey, we're going to give you a new video camera as long as you do a fucking video on it. So it's like anything, Pretend Stories. You take the good with the bad. But like, I watched a doc. Oh, I don't know if it was a documentary. No, it wasn't. I watched an interview with Jim Carrey, and he said the amount of shit that I've had to put up with paparazzis is unbelievable. He goes, now granted, he goes, I've done so many cool things in film. He goes, I've got to work behind the camera, in front of the camera. He goes, it's great. I love being an actor. I love making movies. All that shit I love too. I love editing content. I love being in videos. Whenever I get to do a little acting in videos, I love it. I'm not really that good of an actor, but I do my best. That's all great. But when idiot trolls like take it too far, I mean, they've done everything to me. They've called my parents. They've called my office. Like when I was in that security office, they found the security office. They called me there. They called my cell phone. They trolled my parents. They've trolled my friends. I guarantee you, whenever I was going out with my ex, they probably called her up and told her all sorts of crazy shit. That was not true. So whenever they take it over the line, it's just weird, and it's disgusting what they do. And I don't understand why they do all that shit. Way too much time on their hands. It's very, 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 very weird. Because I would never do that shit, because I don't really care about that stuff. Like, a YouTuber, I follow Roman Atwood, but do I care about him and his marriage? No, because that's his business. That's cool that he's married, and that's cool that he has, 4 or 5 kids, and their life's going great. That's awesome. I just watch his life. But I could care less about their marriage, because it's none of my business. It's their business, I don't get why people get so involved with, like, my life. To, like, an insane point. It's very weird. It's very, very, very weird. And then you hear people say, like, oh, well, they're troll fans. They hate you, but they love you, And I'm just like, I don't get that. If they hate me, then fuck off. I don't care about you. I hate you too. Get out of here, It's just very weird. It's very, very, very weird. All right, back to the topics at hand. That's what I would have to say about that, Pretend Stories. Again, you have great fans, and then you have horrible fans. Troll fans, whatever you want to call it. But I love and appreciate all of my loving, loyal supporters that have been there since day one. And let's put it this way, I have more loving and loyal supporters than haters. Like, if I had to count up all my haters, probably I've got about 20. The ones that stick around. Every once in a while, there's some that fizzle out and I block them, but the ones that hang around, it's around 10 to 20, like, loyal haters. So that's not that bad. Not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. Oh man. Anyway, let's continue on. So, I've been watching all the old Star Trek, so far I've got 2 episodes in there. Again, I haven't finished watching all of them. I'm gonna watch some more tonight, and then probably call it an early night because I'm already yawning. And then let's see what else. There's so many on Star Trek: The Next Generation, so I'm gonna go past that. There's only about 3 or 4 that I like on Deep Space Nine because I hate Deep Space Nine. Not with a passion, but it's my least favorite. Because a lot of them are the same type of episodes, and they only slightly change them a little bit, but I'll try to name off like 3 or 4. The one where they go back to like Jim Kirk's era, and I think it's Trials and Tribulations. That's one of my favorites. Because they put the actors like in the old episode, which is really fucking cool. So that one's a favorite. Another one is when Odo and what's the lady's name? She's in the red uniform. I think I don't remember her name. But whenever they start dating and they go on a date and then they start dating a lot. The last episode is really good when Odo goes back to his planet and his entire planet is that like liquid goo stuff, and he goes back to like the massive lake of goo. That's a good episode. Worf's wedding episode is really good. That's one of my favorites, Worf's wedding, because I've always loved the Klingon stuff. I think that's really cool. So that's a good one. Let's see. I'm trying to think of any others. That's about it on Deep Space Nine. Again, you guys would be here all night if I told you every single episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation. That's my favorite out of the whole series. So there's too many. There's too many to say. What up, Richie? Richie says, fears the trolls want attention. Exactly. And I try not to give them any attention, Richie. I try not to give them... If I do, it's something that I have to say that's super important, like they're accusing me of something that's not true. But normally, I just try to block... I try to block as many of them as I can. I try to get rid of their stupid comments as best I can. If someone leaves a stupid comment on a video, I just delete it. So yeah. The trolls want attention, and they're locked up in their mom and dad's basement, pretty much. Plus, they also didn't finish high school. I don't know about that, Richie. I'm sure they're in their parents' basement, typing on their keyboards, but I'm sure some of them graduated high school. If they didn't, then again, they're fucking idiots. So yeah. But that's just how it is. That's how the internet works, Richie. It's some people are gonna love you, some people are gonna hate you. You take the good with the bad. That will never change. There'll be some people that always love Fears, always love my content. Again, what I said in the middle of the stream, it does not matter what I say. They will pick apart every single little thing and twist my words around. I'm the worst, I'm horrible, I'm this, I'm that. Even if I made a million quadrillion videos and I died and I left a legacy, they'd be like, well, he only made 1 trillion, videos. Couldn't he have made 4 trillion videos? It's never going to be enough. It's never going to be enough. So I try to ignore them the best I can. Yo, Larry, what's up? He says, hello, Fears. Hope all is well. Things are doing okay, Larry. Things are going all right. We're having fun. We're talking about some serious issues. It's all good. Let's see. Favorite episodes in Star Trek Enterprise. There's a lot there, too. So, but the main ones is, there's one episode called Home where they go back to Earth. That's one of my favorites. When they, oh God, it's been a while since I've seen Star Trek Enterprise. That's one that comes to mind. The other one's when they meet a time traveler from the past, and he's like from like the 32nd century or something, and he says that like some alien force is going to like make a weapon to destroy all of mankind, and they stop it, but they don't stop it in time, so it only kills like it makes like a massive hole all the way around the Earth's equator, and like it kills like not every single human being, but it kills about 6 or 7 million. You know, so that's always a good episode. That's a good one. I'm drawing a blank on that's the only ones that come to mind. And then I haven't watched all of Star Trek Discovery. I've got the first 3 seasons. I think they're filming season 4 right now. I've only gotten to 3 or 4 episodes in Star Trek Discovery, so I'll let you guys know. And then Star Trek Picard, I've only watched half of the first season. So when I finish all that, because now they're filming the 3rd season of Star Trek Enterprise. I mean Star Trek Picard. So I'll get back to you guys. Pretend Story says, when does Heroes go live? That I don't know, because I'm looking forward to seeing his the one chip challenge. He finally bought it. He took Vision's advice. I don't know where he bought it. Maybe from a gas station or something. I really don't know. But I clicked on the video where it says he's going to be doing it tomorrow or today or whatever. And in the description he says, I'm doing it. And he goes, and my 2 sons are going to do it with me. So I wish LC and his family luck on the one chip challenge. It's probably going to suck, you know, because when you eat it, it's going to be hot like no other. You know, it's going to be hot. So LC, good luck, peace, and love, man. Get lots of water, lots of juice, lots of milk, because you can drink milk. When Fears does it, it's going to be lots of juice and water and Tums and Pepto-Bismol and soy milk. And I will probably make a soy milk cocktail. You know? I will probably dump that pink Pepto-Bismol shit on the chip and eat it like that. I'll be like, gung, gung. So, because Fears' stomach is weak. Oh, we got it from Amazon. Okay. Hashtag not a true fan. That's not true, Pretend Stories. He just didn't tell me where he got it from. I'm a true fan and a friend of LC. That's why I'm wishing him luck. But see, LC, I have 100% faith in him. He'll take it on like a champ. He'll take it on like a champ. Because his stomach isn't as weak as mine, you know? That's right, Mercenary Man. I'll be making that soy cocktail. That's right. Water, soy milk, Pepto-Bismol, mix that shit up, down it. Oh, okay. So there it is. Mercenary Man said he's going live less than a half an hour. All right. There you are. There it is. So in less than a half an hour, he is going to make YouTube history and get on that one chip challenge. Let's call him. Let's call LC, and I'm going to wish him luck. I don't know when I'm going to do the one chip challenge, but I'll do it eventually. So let's call him. I'm going to wish him luck. Here we go. Or actually, I don't know if he wants to be on. Yo, what's up, buddy? I'm live streaming right now, and everyone was talking about your one chip challenge. I didn't put you on speakerphone because I didn't know if you wanted to be on speakerphone, but I'm calling you, man, to wish you luck. I know you're gonna take it on like a champ. So yeah. All right, so you're going live at 8 o'clock. Well, I'm gonna try and finish. Oh, okay. I missaid it. So it's you're doing it. Your oldest son is doing it, and then your daughter's doing it. I thought it was your 2 sons doing it. Okay, so To clarify, gotcha. Okay, I'll tell him. I'll tell him. So it's your daughter. Your daughter's doing it. Your oldest son's doing it, and you're doing it. Well, that's what I thought because I just misheard it. I was like, your other son's like 6, 7 years old. I was like, I don't know if he would be able to handle the one chip challenge. You know. I was like, that would be too nuts on his stomach. So okay. Well, I wish you guys luck, man, and maybe we can do mine like next weekend because I have my weekends off. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll figure it out, man. I'm still trying to find a second job because I know that one job's not going to be enough. But you know, at least it's something right now. I mean, they called me back. I've been working, man. Nicest people ever that work there. Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, man. As soon as it starts, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna try to end my stream here soon so I can watch it. So you're starting at 8 o'clock, right? All right, man. Cool. Well, I wish you luck. I wish you luck on the one chip challenge, brother. And we'll hang out soon as I get my other second job and all that stuff situated and all that good stuff. All right, peace out, man. Good luck. Drink lots of water and lots of milk. All right, buddy. I'll see you, man. All right, later. Oh man, he's ready. He is ready. LC. So to clarify, I thought it was his two sons. So clarify, he said no. He goes, it's me, my daughter, and my oldest son is doing it. So I wish LC luck, and I'm gonna end it right here because LC's uh his stream is starting at 8 o'clock, and I want to see him devour this one chip challenge. So probably later on tonight, I'm gonna upload. I'm really gonna try and finish it. Me and LC's hangout. So that vlog will be up, and then I'll have all the time in the world to finish editing the review, the review video of Sleepaway Camp. Watch Sleep Camp. Then all of a sudden, Visions comes in. I don't think so. Watch Sleepaway Camp. Visions. That's my favorite part of that. You're like, you said watch Sleepaway Camp, Sleepaway Camp for like 4 hours straight. And then like what? The last 3 minutes you're like, watch Sleep Camp. And then you're like, I don't think so. Watch Sleepaway Camp. So, like you said, one mistake in 4 hours, that's not too bad, buddy. All right. Fears is out of here. Peace. Deuce. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to Fears Vlogs and FearsMan26 on YouTube. Always check out my TikTokage at FearsMan26. And while you're at it, go ahead and add me on Instagram at FearsMan26. I upload a lot of family stuff, a lot of nerdy stuff, pictures of my dog Enzo, some pictures from the conventions I go to. Anyway. Oh, it's funny. It is funny, Mercenary Man. The way Vision said it, it is funny. All right. Fears loves you. Fears cares about you. Good luck to my buddy LC on the one chip challenge. By the way, his show is starting at 8 o'clock tonight. So tune in. That's what he told me. He said he's starting at 8 o'clock. Tune in. Watch it. It's going to be epic. If you haven't gave my buddy LC a like and a sub, subscribe to him at Heroes and Villains Collectibles on YouTube. Check him out. All right. This is Fears. Signing off. Peace. Deuce. Laters.